You ready to do this then?
I am.
Okay. Yeah, use the chime in there. Welcome everybody to Kasson Ave. It's episode number 181. You already know what we came here to do. If you don't know by now, then no. I told you we got to stop the podcast terminology.
Talk on the microphone.
Yeah, we came here to just talk and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm your host Adam. Here with my brother Osama. The dog is here as well. I would say he's chilling, but he's not because it's hot. But we'll get into that. But for now, just hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and the share button, and all the buttons besides the unsubscribe button, and we would highly appreciate it.
All those buttons, yes. It's we are the podcast that absolutely nobody watches, but they should.
We are the talk show that nobody watches. We're pigeonholed, damn it. We're trying to get out of there.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Debo pigeon coop.
We are shadow banned. It's for sure. What if we said sorry for things we didn't know we did, just so they stop shadow banning us? I'd like to get a little bit more.
This is my sorry for 2023.
You should have just finished.
It doesn't sound the same.
Who was that again?
I don't remember, man.
How can you sing a song you don't remember that? Anyway,
I remember. I sing plenty of songs that I don't know who wrote them initially.
That's true.
And even if you think you know who wrote them, oftentimes they weren't actually the writer.
I think you can find that though. You can find who did it.
Well, no word.
Are you talking about ghostwriters?
Yeah.
Oh, that's different. Yeah. That's different.
When CDs were a popular thing, and you would go and buy a CD, and then you take the book out and you read the credits, and you see who produced by and who's written by. First of all, I mean, that doesn't happen anymore because CDs aren't really a popular thing.
No, I think that they're well. You could buy them some places.
Yeah.
Records are becoming more popular.
While I have a couple of records, I also have not opened them, and I'm much younger.
They're more decorative than functional.
What I'm wondering is, do they show who the producer was? And
I'm assuming they do.
Sampled by.
I really don't have many, but I'm pretty sure you can see all that. I think is on the back of the record jacket.
I don't know if that's true. I mean,
on
the nip one, I don't think there's all that information. There's a lot of information to have.
Yeah, this is information that nobody needs, though.
Well, maybe we have viewers who are under the age of regular CD influence.
What the fuck is a CD?
They're like, wait, there's a book in the CD cover?
I hate when they refer to anything that I hold dear and call it old, or old school. I'm not old school yet, but then I'm like, man, I was born some time ago.
You old as hell.
No, you are not that much younger than me.
Yes, but you are always older than me. Why do we have to keep going through this?
All right, well, just understand that at some point...
older the berry, sweeter the
juice. I don't want to... That's not what we're talking about right here. I don't have... listen, at some point you got to realize no matter what, we're just both going to be old, and there's no real discrepancy besides...
But listen, that's the beauty of being a sibling, especially the younger one, right? Like when you were older, you were an older sibling, and I was like, man, you get to do everything that I would like to be able to do. But now you're old, and there's no difference between our capabilities.
There's 13 years between me and Daniel. That's a different story.
Yeah.
Within the 4-year range, I'm confident that both of us will be in some sort of strength conditioning where I will still be able to beat you up.
No,
right?
All I'm trying to say to you is that you have to decide.
This is important. You got to understand.
It's not important because it's not true.
Because you're acting like it's 8 years or 7 years. It's 4 years. At 56 and 60, I still think I'll be able to whoop that ass.
You need to decide exactly how old that age difference between us is, because we go back to conversations where you're like, oh, I'm a whole 4 years older than you. And then you're like, I'm only 4 years older than you. Make up your mind.
Well, that matters in certain areas. I'm thinking physically, though.
Ridiculous.
Listen,
with you and your
my
nonsense.
theory is physically, at that age, 56, 40,
You're
60,
not a theoretical
64.
physicist, so I'm not interested in what your physical theory is.
But I'm telling you, what I think is going to happen is that we'll still be in the same physical category, tier. It's not like you're going to eventually be, oh, man, he's 56 and I'm 60, or 50 and 54, or 54 and 58. That might be the only one.
Remember at the end of Blueprint when Jay's like, I'm leading the league in at least 6 statistical categories right now. Well, that's not you. You're only leading the league in 4 years of age right now. That's it.
But our league is just us two, so the odds
which means that you are the old one.
By 4 years. In a physical category, it's not really that big of a difference. If anything, I got the benefit of wisdom. And you...
That's not true.
Yeah.
There's mad people who are old and dumb.
There are a lot of people who are old and dumb. There are a lot.
Well, I think we can agree that
there's
you're
so
older.
many people that are young and dumb that eventually they're just going to be old, dumb people.
It's true.
I feel like old and dumb folks are only going to get more prevalent in society once our generation and the generations before and after, right, have gotten to the point of being old and just like, I feel like there's certain things that there's like check marks, right? If you're an old person, you're gonna start displaying societal ignorance, if you will.
As Kendrick Lamar once said, man, it's deep rooted the music of being young and dumb.
Yeah,
but then sometimes that becomes an old and dumb.
That's not what I'm talking about, though. I don't want to get like Kendrick Lamar right now.
I just want to quote things because it's how I get along.
I know, but I don't Kendrick Lamar me right now, right? Like, I don't want, like, are we talking about like Good Kid, Mad City Kendrick Lamar? Or are we talking about To Pimp a Butterfly? Those are two different Kendrick Lamars.
Well, the most recent Kendrick Lamar I was listening to was damn Kendrick Lamar.
I think he's more so on the edge of To Pimp a Butterfly nowadays. Like, that's where his mind is at.
Artistically.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, but Damn was a really good album, and that was in between those two. So
yeah, you know what else was good? The song Damn. If you don't give a damn, we don't give a fuck. Hey.
Don't start no shit, won't be no shit.
No shit, it won't be no shit. That was the Youngbloods, right?
Yeah.
That was a good song. That was a really good song, actually. Yeah. I forget that song existed. That's the problem. I was with Max yesterday.
There's mad songs that I forget exist until I'm like, oh yeah, and I actually know the words to this song.
The problem with how I listen to music now, right? Because I enjoy finding new artists. It's hard. I don't go back to music a lot. So, like, I'll be like, oh, let's just randomize this playlist.
100% the opposite.
I know Max was saying that, too. Because he was like, what's the next album you want to listen to? I was like, fuck, I don't even know. Like, I've been, right now, lately, I've just been kind of listening just to listen. Find new music I like in different categories and just kind of listen to that shit. But I was talking about how, like, it's very difficult to remember. Some things just come out, are really dope, but something pops up right after that. It makes it difficult for you to remember that these songs came out. A lot of music doesn't have a very long shelf life nowadays.
A lot of what I'll go to when it like first comes out is like a lot of the Currency shit, which he's constantly releasing the music.
Yeah, Currency
is because the vibe of it. Like I can go with that little chill, kind of relaxing. Like I'm rich and high. Yeah, got a lot of nice cars.
No, Currency's got a good like his musical like presence is a very like it's a specific one that it allows you to just relax.
Yeah, it's a zony type of
zony.
I forgot which.
What's it? Isn't that what Swiss Beats does? Zone.
You know how I feel about Swiss Beats.
Yeah,
I only half like them.
That's funny. Adam's a hater.
I'm a hater and I'm proud. Damn it. I forgot what rapper they were talking to. I think it was like I saw some Instagram post and he was like, "My toxic trait is that I'm always rapping lyrics out loud." So just like a constant jukebox happening.
Yeah, that's been something that's plagued my life too. I think most people who like enjoy music are people that will quote music.
I don't think it's a toxic trait. I do have people who are like, that's enough.
I wouldn't use it as a toxic trait.
No.
I mean, it's a toxic trait if you were to like use song lyrics in fights with your significant other.
I've done it.
I know, but I would say that it's a toxic trait to do it.
Well, it depends on how toxic the song is. Maybe I'm right.
I don't think it matters how toxic the song is. I think it matters in the context in which you use it, how toxic you use it to be, right? So, like, if you use, like, I don't know, there's no song lyrics coming to mind right now, but, like, if you were to use one that was, like, you know, proving a point.
That game shit where he's, like, spinning around or whatever. And he's basically just talking about like I'm just fucking them bitches. Like what the hell's wrong with you? Get out of here. I'm fine.
Yeah, but that don't justify it, and it's equally as toxic. I think.
I'm not saying it justifies it.
I hate the word. I hate toxic. I hate all that shit. I don't like to hear the words that like even if they're justified. I don't think that I want to hear them anymore. Like gaslighting. Toxic masculinity. Don't get me started on this.
There's too many phrases.
Listen, firstly, there's no toxic masculinity is like literally trying to make us stop being men. Like I'm a man, bitch.
If there's toxic masculinity, then there's toxic femininity.
In a general sense, huh?
If there's toxic masculinity, then there has to be toxic femininity.
Yeah, and we're not that type of a podcast, unless you want to see it that way. I don't know. I got no problem.
I don't really care. You know, I'm at the point where I don't care. I'm just going to talk about whatever I feel like talking about because what's the difference? We still only have 311 subscribers.
That's pretty true. There's not been a very large uptick in subscribership.
No. But real fast, let's go back to like how hot it is right now, right? Because that's kind of what we're in the midst of
it's
that
pretty
we're
warm.
experiencing.
Pretty
So
warm.
I told Sam before he got here today, like, yo, don't wear anything like sweat, you know, like
Sweat anything,
shirts,
meaning yes,
sweat,
yes.
you know.
Good
pants.
job. Yeah.
Because it's hot in here, and it's like in my house right now. I'm waiting on Four Seasons to come when they come on Tuesday, and of course it's gonna drop like 15 degrees from what it's been for the last week by Tuesday. Go fucking figure. So by the time that's done, hopefully it'll be like, you know, AC can be cut back on and
Yeah,
all that shit.
I told Vivi, I was like, Adam said don't wear anything like sweatpants or anything. And I was like, what the hell is going on over there?
Well, it's also summer, so I don't know why you would choose that.
Well, I wasn't planning on it. I was going to wear shorts, but I wasn't also.
Well, even your shorts are like sweatpants material.
Yeah, but those are okay. Like, I don't mind that. But I do got these little Sheen shorts.
Yeah.
You know, they're cool.
That's a sketchy ass brand, man.
Why is that?
Because they be making bootlegs and selling them like they're not bootlegs.
Well, listen, this was like, so Vivi for our vacation bought
Men's sports shoe.
Vivi bought me 3 outfits from there for vacation. 2 of which were dope.
So she went on a website called Shein and bought you not a she.
Dude, I know you like to do this with words, but it's Sheen.
No, you do it with. It's not Shein.
Is there a dash? Is there a
There's commercials for it. It's Shein. I don't know
No,
what.
it's
I don't know
not.
who lied to you, bro, but it's Shein.
No, it's not.
1000%.
It's not.
Hey,
I think we're
please,
talking about.
if you are watching this and you are a purchaser of items from Shein or Sheen, whatever one that you think it is, just hit the comments. Let us know.
Shein. It's not, dude. That's not how you would spell a word. Shein. That's not how fucking grammar works.
I guarantee you,
You don't
Shein.
spell nothing. Is
You
most
can't put together a website where it says SHE space IN. Doesn't
There's
work.
only a few words that are spelled and pronounced phonetically, right? Like, like that's
No,
it.
but like they pronounced it. The people who own it.
They're stupid and wrong.
You watch YouTube all the time.
I'll
you
never
don't
wear
ever
any
get
shorts again.
They sell men's things, but
Yeah.
it's called Shein.
No, she out.
You watch YouTube all the time. You don't get advertisements from them.
Yeah, but it doesn't say she. It says Sheen.
No.
What words are you listening to?
What words are you listening to? But yeah, so that's cool.
How? Who taught you how to spell? Dude, that's impossible. Sheen is. I'm done. I don't. This is. It's run its course. But let me tell you something. You're wrong.
No,
You're fucking wrong.
no.
Can't believe you fucking think that. No way.
I can't believe that you still
what
actually
YouTube
believe
do you
this-
have?
the same YouTube that Shadow Band does. What are you talking about?
Yo, to ubi? Like that's what you got? Like that's what you're watching? I'm watching
No.
YouTube and you're just watching somebody
No, that's
bootleg
different.
version?
That's
No.
much different because that one is actually called YouTube and this one is actually called Shein. But that's fine.
No,
that's
dude,
fine.
it's
Don't worry
Shein.
about it.
I promise you, you'll never see these again if it's Shein.
Well, just do your research.
I'm gonna throw them right in VV. Like these are for you.
But that's a sketchy ass company, is all I'm saying.
for do you have a real reason why?
Yeah. So like, so Daily Soul, they're a sneaker page on Instagram. They have a website and all that other crap. I don't really, whatever. But anyway, so they posted a picture on Instagram, and it's 4 boxes with shoes in them, and they're all Jordan 11 colorways, but they're not Jordans. They're just the silhouette and the design.
So
And there's no
basically, they
Jordan.
are selling an unbranded
Knockoffs. Knockoffs.
Knock it off.
It's like they knocked off
Knock
the
it
logos.
off. No. Listen.
Somebody
let me-
knocked the logos
so
off
I'm
the
just
shoes.
trying to. What my job
I think
here
that what they
is-
did is they took a picture and they like put marker of the same color and they just colored it out.
Nah, I don't think so. I bet you can buy that shoe without the branding of Air Jordan on it at some sort of warehouse in China, which is where all of this shit comes from anyway.
That's true. But we are in the United States where copyright and property law is a thing. And so now if you're like, hey, that's my design, Jordan brand.
Well, they're telling them like,
Lawyers,
I know you like to
knock it
I
off.
know you like to quote Jay-Z a lot. They're saying, "Come and get me."
They will though.
Maybe. Nobody knows what their
I
name
think
is.
that they really will.
I don't know. You can't say that for sure. All I know is that I'm pretty certain, based on what I know, you can buy these blanks, and I'm sure somebody in China will sell them to you.
Well, probably. But if you buy them from China, it's not against China law to sell them to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you sell them from China, I don't know. I don't know the laws here.
I don't know
This
anything
seems
about-
pretty murky, and I'm pretty certain that you're right, and they're gonna get. I was just trying to play devil's advocate here.
Yeah, I mean intellectual property laws. You know,
Yeah, all that shit.
it's all applicable.
Yeah.
But yeah, so how do those Shein pants fit? I mean,
Gotta be honest, they're really airy. They allow for air.
So you're saying you get breezes on your balls from those things?
I wore these on vacation a couple of times, I think, actually. Like, on vacation, you try to do a little switcheroo with the outfits. And they're pretty good. Truth be told, on vacation, I didn't wear drawers. So they were even better fitting, and the wind was even better. Like, you got to imagine, like, you're just on the ocean breeze, and there's nothing to obstruct that.
My balls smell like ocean wind.
There's ocean sand in my balls. Found that. I wasn't even in the water or in the sand, actually. I was just walking by it.
That's the sound of ocean ball breeze. I don't know.
What are you doing?
I'm just having a time, you know.
The time of my life. So no, they're. I would, but honestly, I would recommend it. It's like they're cheap enough clothes where you can be like, oh, I just need this for like today. And then
Yeah, it's
you
one of
don't
those
gotta wear
sites
them.
that like every item there says like 67% off.
Also, I've washed and dried them multiple times, and these haven't shrunk, which was a surprise.
No color fade or anything.
No. I thought there would be something
I
else.
wash and dry. I'm like a single mother.
It's a pretty fucking funny movie.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool, man. On the topic of fashion, our parents came through here yesterday. They were doing a little shopping because Pop's about to go on his trip, and so they were at Old Navy, which is like 5 minutes away, and they were like, "Oh yeah,
They bought you shirts.
we bought you a shirt," and I was like,
They-
"Okay, cool." And then this is the shirt.
So here's my problem with that shirt. That's the shirt that's meant to confuse you when you look at it, right? Like, it's like it puts you into a trance. Chunky people usually wear shirts like those so that you don't know where or what
It's
their
not.
belly
It's
looks
not the
like.
type of shirt I wouldn't. Have
It
picked
looks
this out.
soft.
It's soft, but I wouldn't have went and picked it out like on my own.
But don't you look at you loving your parents wearing a shirt they bought you yesterday?
No, I appreciate that. I was like, well, maybe they saw this and they were like, this is the type of shirt Adam would wear. I was like, I don't know
Maybe
where
they
got
just
it.
think Adam has a terrible wardrobe.
If it's one thing that I'm not lacking in, it's shirts.
Yeah,
Buy
but-
me some
but
shorts.
are they good shirts?
Yeah, plenty of good shirts.
What do you call a good shirt? What's a good shirt to you?
Well, let's see. I bought 180 episodes of podcasts for you to look back on and see every shirt that I've
You think
probably
you wore
owned.
180 different shirts? I doubt it.
Not 180 different ones, but at least all of the ones that I have.
What is a good shirt to you? Like, what constitutes a good shirt? Okay, here's my question.
Say the actual outer
When you
material
cl-
got to be nice and soft, right?
When you clean your shoe,
I wore a shirt last week that irritated my nipple. It was itchy for like a week.
really?
Didn't feel good.
Nipple chafe from a shirt?
got
That's
nipple chafe from a
that's a
shirt.
terrible shirt. You got to throw that
Yeah,
away.
no, the print on the outside is like print on the inside.
You got to throw that away.
Yeah, nah, it wasn't good. It was a Smokey the Bear shirt, I liked it.
So what'd you do? You burnt it? Ironically? Only you can. Ah!
Oh, no, man.
Sorry, Smokey.
What did I do to the sound that was on this? There you go. Yeah. I hit the button. I didn't hear anything. It's just your voice overrode the whole thing, I think.
Probably.
Yeah. But, so, yeah, it was cool, I guess. I was like, I appreciate you guys just, thinking about me while you're shopping Old Navy.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
It's nice.
You know that I generally just buy my own clothes or Vivi once in a while. So I thought
You just told us that Vivi bought you 3 outfits.
These
so.
are this. I think it totaled like $86 for like 3
Significant.
outfits. Yeah, not really. It's like what comes down to like $14 a piece. Like, listen,
Yeah, but it's bootleg clothes.
I appreciate it. Listen, I'm good with it. But like generally, I buy my own shit because I don't know. Like I tend when it comes to buying clothes, I'm not as the 300 of you that watch know or not even watch.
The 3 of you.
Yeah, there's
out
not
of the
many.
300.
Regardless, the few of you that watch know we are not men made of substantial means. We just try.
It's true. Spent all my money on this, so I don't have any more.
I broke
And that.
and that the
Spent all the
dog.
money on the dog. Too.
But like, so I like when I buy stuff, I like it to be like I know I'm gonna have it for a while. Like, what do they call those? Staple pieces in your fashion wardrobe, if you will. I gotta go. There's a few things I gotta add to it. Like I would like to buy a
Delicacies.
I need a new pair of kicks, like casual to some sort of like you can do like business casual, but like something that like can be worn in like a more casual setting, but like still worn with a really nice, pair of slacks and shirt.
It's like my whole work wardrobe, you know? Even when I was in the
Work
office.
wardrobe.
Yeah, even when I was in the office.
You don't have to do. You don't even you don't have to wear any
even
clothes.
when I was in the office. Well, no, that's not necessarily true. I have to wear some clothes.
Why? How often do you want video call?
Probably like at least once a day.
You can literally just put a button shirt hang it right here, and then be like, "Oh, hold on."
Yeah, but
and
you don't want to have
up.
your bare ass on a chair like this, you know?
It's your chair. Nobody else sits there.
It has nothing to do with it.
Literally nobody else puts.
Remember that chafe we were talking about? I don't want to feel my balls against this thing.
Why wouldn't you have a blanket on the chair or something? I would literally be taking.
Because it's 90 degrees outside.
I would be the worst remote home. Like you couldn't have me.
It's 90
fully
degrees
remote.
outside. There's not going to be any.
If I was fully remote
of that around here.
So C-Mob told me he's fully remote, right? And we were talking about like how he would, because he's like, man, him and his after they get married, they want to travel a lot. He said, and I was like, man, because they're both fully remote. I was like, that's fucking crazy. And then I started thinking about your little ass, and I was like, why the fuck you don't even like decide to go like I would work remotely from someplace for like 2-3 weeks. Has that crossed your mind at all?
Well, the problem is if I go somewhere for extended periods of time, I got to bring this dog with me, you know?
Well, you could do that. Why wouldn't you I'm surprised you haven't even decided to like maybe find like a cool ass like cabin.
Cabin in the woods?
Yeah, like
where murders occur.
Well, you know what I'm talking about. Like there's actual nice places where like towns you can go chill out and like be an Airbnb for like a week or two and bring the dog, explore and work a few hours a day.
It's a possibility.
I don't know. I would have done that. Man. Because
if anybody from my job is listening who has any kind of pull there, give me more money so I can do such things.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
please.
Technically, there's nothing stopping you from doing that.
Not
right?
word. I mean, yeah, I can.
Even the job couldn't even say anything.
Throw a bunch of clothes in a bag and pack the dog up.
All you need is Wi-Fi, your laptop. That's it.
Just depend how far, because the dog being in the car for an extended period of time is also an issue.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that's something you should consider.
He'd be farting in here and be like, damn.
You should consider that, man. Like, start it off like a weekend and see how that goes, or a week, or a few days during the week, and then try a week, and then, because I mean, you don't have to put no vacation time in.
Find a pet-friendly hotel in a place where there's like water parks and shit.
It's a good way for you to like enjoy, your time without having to really ask for the time off.
It's true. Even though I always end up having like 3 weeks available at the end of the year.
Well, I mean, you could do that too.
It's like I've taken less PTO since I work from home.
Oh yeah, I would, man, I would always have time. Always
do.
Never have to call in.
No.
Dude, I'd have hundreds of hours of sick time.
Some people operate that way, and I don't quite understand it. I'm like, if you feel a little bit under the weather, just get up and work.
You're just at a desk at home.
If you're in an office and you're like, I'm gonna go home, that's understandable. You're at home already,
all I would do is find ways to be efficient. I would do the Homer Simpson tab thing.
Yes.
And like, I would definitely just be an efficient at home. Like,
but that end well for him.
But I would be on a beach somewhere chilling. Like, fuck that. Why I got Wi-Fi? See me I'll be at work. I'll work a few hours. They're like, listen, you're only gonna get about 3.5 out of me today.
Get my Snoop Dogg on and just hang out at the beach with the Corona. Even though he said in real life he's not a big Corona drinker. He thinks it's gross, actually.
And the funny thing is, he'd be on like.
And he said that.
Do you think those are fake beaches that he's on in those commercials?
Why would there be? He's rich. Everybody who does a commercial with him is rich.
Yeah, but you
can go hang out at a beach.
You think he's got time to just go do shoot a Corona commercial? Mm-hmm. So you think that those are real backgrounds? What is the percentage you think that those are real backgrounds?
100%.
100? Wow, that's sure.
I think he's Snoop Dogg. He'd just be like, yo, I'm over here in the Bahamas right now, so if you want to shoot a commercial, fly out, let's shoot this commercial, and then get out of here so I can get back to smoking. Like, I don't see it happening any other way.
I mean, maybe. I don't got anything. I have no proof to say otherwise. I just felt like maybe it was a stretch to think that every time you've seen Snoop Dogg on a beach, he was with them at an actual beach.
Yeah, what's dude's name again? He's with in those commercials.
Have you seen any of those clips with Drake and Yachty? Like he's up there on the beach. They did an interview on the beach and like, yeah, I think they were in Turks or something like that. But yeah, it's supposedly it's pretty funny. I've seen a couple of those clips. But yeah, I mean, how hilarious would that be if it was like a fake background?
That'd be pretty crazy. I don't think so.
That'd be pretty crazy.
You were gonna say something about I don't know where you were going.
Yeah, full disclosure, we got to let you know the camera kind of turned off. So
Yeah,
we
it
had,
did. No, we
yeah.
just kinda stopped.
Anyway.
Well, getting back to spending all of my money on the dog. Yesterday, I was like, it's hot out, and let me see if maybe I can go and get a little dog pool. You
It's
know,
hot
let
out
the-
in this bitch. It's a good enough reason.
they just keep giving me money, and I kept taking. So I was trying to get a little puppy pool for the dog, right? You know, fill it up, put it on the deck, let him just come.
And
kinda
they
hang out.
say it's puppy love.
So I went. Look, he's looking at it right now. He's like, "Nah, you're talking shit about me." So I went to a couple of stores, went Home Depot, a couple Targets. Finally, I found one. Spent $25. Not bad. I'm like, yo, it's cool. So I went and got that shit, set it up on the deck, put water in it, let the dog outside. I'm like, come on, man, get in there, like, cool off in the water, right? And then he just stared at me, and he looked at the pool, and he thought it was like a big water bowl. So he started drinking. And I was like, no, stupid, that's not what it's for. Get in there. So
He just thinks it's a big bowl of water for him to drink.
So for like 5 minutes,
You are stupid.
so I messed with
Get
him for like
in.
5 minutes to try to get in there. He didn't. So I was like, fuck it. I picked him
But-
up and I put him in the water.
Didn't he like one that
Yes,
was on
I
the
have a
parents'
video
deck?
where he was just
Yeah, he
splashing,
was having fun.
having the time of his life.
But how long ago was that? What do you think? Like 3 years ago? 4 years ago?
Yeah, at least something like that.
He forgot.
But I picked him up and I put him in there. And then he just stood there for a couple minutes and just stared at me. He's like, why did you place me in here? And then he just walked out.
Like, what kind of joke is this?
I
So now you just got to keep putting it there. Maybe eventually.
No, I'm gonna use that pool like I'm Al Bundy and splash water out of my belly button.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
I think about that from time to time. Vivi asked me if I wanted to get a pool. I said, I would love to have a pool.
Pools are the shit.
But the
they're a lot
problem
of work.
is that, and honestly, it's an apartment building, right? Essentially, we have a tenant. I want to get a single family, and when I get a single family home, I will have a pool.
It's true.
I will have a pool. There's gonna be a pool in my backyard.
Yeah, the thing about your house that's weird is just like the next door house.
Yeah, they
their
can just
backyard
see
is
you.
their front. I don't really know.
No,
So,
they
like,
can definitely see the. And now the problem is that
They
house,
have a pool, don't
It's
they?
up for sale. No.
Oh, they had like
did.
one of those.
No, they had a pool up, but it's one that they broke down every year. This one, I would keep mine up. Oh, I can't. I'm looking forward to that. Single family coming soon, hopefully.
Okay, well, that's what's up.
But yeah, like a pool. I was like, listen, I think I've talked about this on this podcast. I was like, you got to give me like a month, 2 months without anybody knowing, because I want to utilize it for myself.
Yeah, word.
Actually, they can.
Ain't
know,
nobody invited
They
here.
can know next season.
I get a whole year of it mine.
Yeah.
And then whatever.
Like nobody can know. Can I come in your backyard? No. Aurora Borealis is on your kitchen right now. Can I see it? No. So you can't. There's no way. Like,
true.
get out of my backyard. Like, dude, we did a drone thing and we saw you at a pool, but like, it's not my backyard.
Like, why are you flying over my house with a drone? I'm gonna shoot it down next time I see it.
Like Ron Swanson, he came back with it. He was like, "This fuck." They tried to deliver something to his kid. I would definitely hide it from everybody.
Yeah.
I would do like You
I
know
also
what I
don't
would
wanna
do to
do
hide
that.
it? I'll go to these lengths. You know, in like the movies where they're hiding a car in greenery, so they put like camouflage. I would literally just put a fucking cover over the pool that. Oh shit, I can't take that. So there's a. I would put.
cloaking
I would,
device.
I would literally cloak it. So like if you flew over with a high footage like high
Metal Gear Solid in this bitch stealth.
like, with some high resolution drone whatever, then there's no way you would see it. You'd have to know it was there to know it was there. And then the only person that would know it was there other than me would be Vivi. And loose lips sink ships. Let me tell you right now.
Give me that ring back.
Like, what the hell do you think you were doing letting everybody know? That's not how this works. I told you, I want to come home from work and just take a shower real quick because, I'm not going to get in my pool all nasty because I'll take care of it. Once you start letting kids in and other people, that's when all their sweat gets infiltrated. I'm cool with swimming in some of my sweat. It's my sweat. I sweated it. So I don't want...
I don't care how much chlorine you put in there; it's still nasty.
Yeah. No, but I would love to have a pool. Can you, it would probably be on the list of...
It's cool, but where the water at?
What would be ideal? Ain't no pools in the project. Anyway, so I would like to have a backyard where the garage. I don't like the idea of sacrificing my parking space, but those garages that they basically only have. They've created this like a man cave inside. I would like to do that
Where it opens in the backyard, the big
with
door.
a party door, with a big party door. Like, so this way, when I get home from work, I got fences that are like 8 feet high. I open that door up, and it's like my own world. A pool, a fucking, a cool ass space in the garage. Maybe a jacuzzi in the garage, man.
A jacuzzi?
A jacuzzi.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
And at the end of the night, I flip a switch, and it just cloaks the whole backyard. I don't have anything back there. You don't know nothing about nothing. I can't even park. Like, as far as you know, it's a Badlands. It's like you got to go back there with a rock crawler.
You need some,
But you best not go back there.
You need some money to accomplish these
Because
goals.
if you did, you'd be quite surprised at what you seen.
Yeah.
My fist, bitch. I ain't
You gotta dig a big hole, right? And then
have it underground.
No, just like drape some things over it, so if somebody tries to go in there, they just fall through the hole.
I'm gonna just have a sign. Nobody's welcome.
Bear traps,
Bear traps?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. A whole bunch of bear traps like leading up to my back gate door.
One that you can just like flip a switch and get them out of the way, so that when you want to use it, they're not like a danger.
You ever think about the most extreme ways to deter people from doing things? Like that seems like one.
Yeah.
Bear traps?
If I had a single family, I'd build a moat around my house.
A moat?
A moat.
How big of a moat are we talking about?
Well, it has to be big enough so that like you can't swim in there.
Are you gonna have like alligators in there?
Nah, alligators can come out of the water. I need something that just stays in the water.
No, they can attack me too.
You gotta think about these things.
They come out the water. So what would you have in there?
Some piranhas or something.
Piranhas?
Yeah.
Man, you would be.
Because they're not scary as sharks.
But they are pretty scary,
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
I don't know what.
There needs to be a clear and present danger.
What is more scary, sharks or piranhas?
Sharks, to me.
But there's only one shark, right? You can find like if you know the shark's coming, right?
Get on that bitch's back. You can't do nothing now,
No,
bitch.
you supposedly can like there's certain ways like you could punch a shark in the face, right? Which seems hilarious. Like I would like to see a safety video on shark like diving with sharks and like the animation of the guy punching the shark in the face.
There's
like,
an old Dane Cook stand-up where he was talking about that. He's like, and I punched it.
Dan Cook was funny for like 2 years, man. But fuck, where was I going with that? So the shark is like possibly
Can you
deterred.
evade it?
But if you see a whole bunch of piranhas coming,
Well, that's what I'm saying. I
You're
want people
fucked.
to be able to evade it.
you are fucked if a whole bunch of piranhas.
This is my
come.
moat. Then I'm gonna have a drawbridge that just closes over it so I can get out when I need to.
I'm saying though,
my king shit,
aside from this dumb idea you have, like
It's not a dumb idea. It's just
Piranha,
an idea
yo.
that's unnecessary.
so I'm just letting you know, piranha probably are more scary than sharks.
Sharks with fucking laser beams on
If
their
there's
foreheads.
multiple sharks, you're fucked.
Yeah.
But if there's like, if you see 10 piranha, you about to get eaten, son.
Word.
They're gonna bite you a lot.
Yeah.
You ever seen a piranha?
Yeah.
Those are not like I don't know.
Well, stay about my property. then.
Piranhas seem like something out of like a horror flick.
I don't even think. I feel like it's like.
It's like
I feel like it's like if you know that I have, if you think that I have it, I don't necessarily even have to have it. It'll make you think
so
twice.
what? You'd put a sign, "Beware of piranha."
Yeah, piranhas in the water, bitch. Get out of here. If you think I got it, I don't even got it.
But that's a really big risk. Because
How
that's
big of
like,
a risk? Because
that's
listen,
like
it's not like
getting
I have
into a
money.
gunfight,
I don't
bringing
actually
a
have a
gun.
fortress.
That's like getting into a gunfight, bringing a gun, and not having it loaded. It's
Yeah.
like, well, they might test that theory, right?
Yeah, but like not everybody's going to, man. Only like the hardest pause.
Yeah, but those are the ones you don't want to cross. Like, so if they're the ones that are like, he's got no fucking piranha.
Yeah, but they're busy with other people who actually have money.
I feel like people who are willing to test that have like tested, like know how to find out if there's piranha in the water.
You don't want to test that, stress that.
Can
That way you
piranha
rest
live
that.
in like water here? What if people put piranha in the Chicago River or in like Lake Michigan?
It's fucked up. Yeah.
Yo, that'd be fucked up.
That's fucked up.
You know what's real fucked up? Like when people like import animals from places they're not supposed to be.
Well, they had like
imported
those
from.
Asian carp or whatever that was like taking over the fucking Chicago.
Like, how
River.
did they get here?
I don't know, but this ain't Asia, so somebody put them here.
Somebody like somewhere there's a time lapse story of somebody finding like a kid getting one in Hold on, let me just see. Oh, never mind. Sorry guys, I got a thing going on later. Whatever. But
I got a thing.
But like it's like a time lapse, right, of a kid finding a cool little fish in fucking
He like puts it in a plastic bag.
yeah, in Asia somewhere. I'm assuming
His
because it's an
parents,
Asian
for whatever
carp.
reason, like ship him off this way to go and see like his grandparents or something.
Right? So he took his fish in a bag. Nobody knew
He
it.
was just sitting by the water looking out.
Right.
And he's like,
So
that's a go.
no, eventually he's growing it. It gets big as fuck, and it's like he finds it like it's like he's got to either flush it down the toilet when it don't fit, or he's just got to throw it in the river. And then he introduces fucking Asian carp here.
Dang.
Do piranhas eat through bags?
Stupid kid.
How do you
You
get a
know what happened?
piranha?
I don't know, man.
How do you catch
On the
one?
black market.
That's real bold to try to find a way to catch
People
piranha.
own piranhas, so somehow, some way,
They might
get
be
'em.
the scariest thing that you can encounter in water.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you're probably right.
A lot of things you encounter in water are fucking terrifying. I ain't gonna lie.
you're right. I started just running my head through a list of things.
Yeah.
Like me, imagine catching up, finding like a hippo in the water, and you're just like, oh,
Dude,
fuck.
hippos are terrifying.
They will destroy you.
They're fucking rude as hell.
They go like and then they just clamp down on with these stupid ass teeth. They're not even supposed to eat us.
There's a show,
but they will.
There's a show called I Was Prey,
What is okay?
and some guy was like, he was leading like boat tours on the Nile, right? And
The Nile?
on the Nile,
The Nile River.
the Nile River in
Okay.
Africa, right?
Yeah.
So he was leading boat tours, and he had like tourists in the back with him. It's kind of like when I went parasailing, or whatever, right? And like everybody before me was cool, and then I went, and then I was back.
Yeah.
So it's like that, right? There's other boats.
You
everybody's
are
cool.
the sole reason I'll never try parasailing ever in my life.
So they
Like,
fucking,
they're like, "Do you want to parasail?" I'm like, "I don't want to die." Fuck no, man.
So this hippo apparently
And I
like
tell them the story about you. They're like, I don't think they want to even do the parasailing driving anymore after that. That story sounds terrifying.
to the tour guide's credit,
Sorry.
he was like holding it down, like he's trying to protect the people. So like he was trying to like whatever. Basically, what ended up happening is one of the people, I think the tourists got away, but this guy like hippo like ate both of his legs off, fucking like almost drowned him. The fact that he survived was an amazing story.
How?
I don't know.
How do you get away after both of your legs are gone?
I don't know, man. But all I think about is Ren and Snippy game back in the day. We were like, happy, happy, joy, joy. We had to hop on the hippos to get across.
I do remember that. It's funny how you remember that shit. A lot of that shit is gone. Like has left like my like core memory.
But it's one of those things that you hear it and then like you all of a sudden know.
joy, joy. So all right, there's a lot of dangerous animals, and I'm sure we've had this discussion, but we can have it again. What, land or sea, what is the one that if you like, there's got to be,
Like if I encounter it, I'm terrified now. And then
yeah, like what's the one for you where you're like, that's it. I'm like, it'll freeze you in your tracks, the one that you're probably most scared of? Or do you think you have the reason to be most afraid of?
I would say, and this may sound just like there's probably scarier things out there, but
Spiders?
No, certain varieties of bear. Like
Yeah.
because here's the thing, they're fast. They have like 30-mile-an-hour spurts. They can climb trees. They will beat your ass. They can smell you from anywhere. Like it's hard to get away from a bear, man.
I think polar bear might be the one you really want to
Yeah,
stay
but how
away
often are you
from.
gonna encounter?
I don't
a
know,
polar
but
bear?
don't encounter it. How often do you encounter a bear in life in general, motherfucker? Why do
but
you
those are
think
the
that
scary ones.
the bears and things that are in like the zoo just allow the things that happen to them? Seems like they'd be able to murder a lot of people before they got
A
shot.
couple tranquilizers. Did you see that video of that dude who went into the lion's den in some fucking, I forgot what zoo
They
he was
ate
at.
him?
He was drunk and he jumped into the lion's den, right?
What the fuck?
And it's like one of those zoos where like
Mufasa.
it was like one of those zoos where it's like enormous fucking like habitat that they have for him. So he's like going over there and like talking something to the lion, and the lion's like walking back and forth by him, and he's just like whatever. And somehow they ended up like tranquilizing the lion before it had a chance. I was like, dude, that's so
got a
fucked up.
fucking dart in your neck.
They should have shot the guy. Honestly,
So
the fuck.
So he got out without them eating him?
Yeah, but
The lions were probably like, this has never
it was
happened
just one that
before.
was walking by him, and it like he would walk next to him, and then the guy would like cut back, and then the lion like turn around real fast because he's like, you ain't going like behind me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
The lions
Like,
are paranoid.
I'll eat you before you eat me, motherfucker. No, that's the thing. Like, if animals communicated with each other well, right? Which I don't know that they can't per se. The zoo would be definitely taken over by the animals.
It's true.
Dude, they got gorillas in those mother. How you got a gorilla How does he just? How did I? If they were smart enough, they would devise plans to like escape. Like,
But they're mad smart.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. How do they not?
That's my favorite exhibit always.
It's crazy to me that they just don't bust through the glass and start beating that other exhibitor. Like literally just beating people's asses.
Last time I went, where was I? Fucking.
I almost wish that would happen. I love going to see the
That'd
ape
be
house,
Brookfield Zoo,
but I
think,
feel
was
like
last time I
that,
was-
like us as humans deserve that.
Yeah.
You know, like I wish that like killer whales could like stand up on ground and just start whooping each other people's asses. Like we've been able to do this our whole time. We just were so nice.
that like,
now we're just gonna beat the shit out of you.
What was it? The Simpsons when the dolphins like took over.
See, like and dolphins are intelligent
Like
too.
many years ago, the dolphins lived on land. We came to take it back.
Listen, I personally don't want to. If I'm in the water, I think piranha might be the one. Right? Everything else seems like
It depends what body of water.
It would be pretty quick.
Like in the ocean,
A
there's
piranha
a
would
lot
just start
of
pecking
scary
at
things.
you. You see how like sharks eat at like whales that have died? That's how piranhas will be eating us. They just wouldn't stop. You'd be like, dude, I need some of this.
There are
Right?
also things in the water that are too big to even
You
know
can't,
that they
like,
ate
you would
you.
like catch them and just like I would just start biting them. Like I got to figure out a way.
Imagine you encounter a blue or a gray whale. These motherfuckers ain't even gonna know they ate you. You're just dead.
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think blue whales.
It's like they accidentally swallowed a bug.
It's the blue whale's the largest one on the planet,
I think
right?
so, yeah.
I don't think I think they're intelligent.
Yes, but I'm saying they ain't gonna
You
know.
think they're just they will. They're not.
You're just too fucking. They're big.
They know that you're there. I'm 100% certain they know you're there.
How?
If they were to encounter you,
Like I know that they're there. I don't know where they are.
if they were to encounter you in the ocean somehow for some stupid reason, you're there and they are.
Yeah, but do you think that they're like intelligent enough to know like, oh, if this guy goes underwater, he's gonna drown?
I'm pretty certain that they might be.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know why they would. Why would they know
I
that?
don't know. Maybe I give whales too much credit.
Do they have a classroom and they're like, listen, this is what a human is. Humans can't breathe underwater.
Do
Just
you,
to let you know.
do you think that they're more intelligent than we give them credit for, these animals?
No, I give them a lot of credit of intelligence, but I just don't think that they know they're aware that like we don't have gills. I don't think that that's something that they're aware
I
of.
think they might.
Maybe if they encountered one before and they're like, oh shit, look like
I'm
you're drowning.
100%
Let me help you out.
Most of the blue whales have encountered like some sort of human thing, like a boat, and see. Like I think they can sense that the idea of us.
I mean, listen, this is a answer we ain't never gonna, or a question we ain't never gonna have the answer to.
I'm
so.
pretty sure we could have the answer if we just looked it up. Google, motherfucker.
No, because I won't trust that either. Like, who the hell knows? Oh yeah, all blue whales.
As
know
long
that
as it's not
humans can't.
Wikipedia. If y'all are getting your information and think it's 100% accurate from Wikipedia,
Yeah, you never know.
like
Might
some
be.
people keep fucking with other people's like I forget, like there's been coaches or players that have been like people have gone in and changed like what their description because they don't like them. It's like anybody can Wikipedia with the Wikipedia.
Speaking of coaches and whatnot, Miami Heat
Yeah.
went 7 games with Boston, came out on top, but they are
Yeah.
currently down in the series against Denver.
By one, right? One game. So
Last I checked, I didn't watch the last game, so I don't know how the result of that went.
So I think that I hate to say it, but Denver is maybe a little bit better equipped to win this finals. I really wanted to see Jimmy Butler win a championship, and I think when it's all said and done, he probably will. He's maybe one of the best playoff performers we've seen in some time in the league in terms of his tenacity and what he stands for in basketball. Like when it gets time to be gritty, he's like top of the food chain with it.
He's a closer.
You know,
He's a closer.
It's just I don't think he has the weapon that Jokic has in
Well, here's
Jamal
the thing,
Murray.
right? They
and
were up
Aaron
3
Gordon.
games. They were up 3-0 on Boston. Then Boston won 3 games in a row, and they brought it to Game 7. So what I'm saying is, we're talking about the
Who you
best.
got-
We're talking
who
about
you
the
got
best
to win?
league in the world of basketball.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
Who do you have taking it?
I would still say that Denver is probably the favorite. But likewise, yes, I would like to see Miami, only because of Jimmy. I don't really care about Miami as an organization.
You know why I like Miami as an organization? I appreciate Pat Riley.
Yeah,
I think he's very loyal. You know how long Eric Spoelstra's worked for the Heat since 1995.
Yeah.
So he's worked his way through the ranks. He's been a I think some sort of editor for like their video, and he's gone all the way through the ranks, scouting and all of that, and then became a coach. He's been the coach for like 15 years now. I mean, and he's been to the play. He's won 2 titles or 3. He's also
he coached the Miami.
yeah, he did the Miami
LeBron
run, but he's also been to the finals often. He's been a consistent coach, and I think what you can value with that is the culture he brings and allows to have in that organization. I think that's why I like the Heat. Pat Riley.
Yeah. I mean, you got to give him his flowers for sure.
Yeah, you can't really. You got to be. You got to give them their flowers. Like I saw something today, Cormega posted something about 50, talking about you got to give 50 his credit, and just like that, you got to give people their credit because in a league where there's not much in the way of loyalty, right? Look how many they fired this motherfucker. I forget his name from Miami, the coach from Miami. I mean not Miami, from Milwaukee.
Yeah.
After he won the championship a few years back.
Yeah.
Right, like okay, listen, I brought you a championship. I deserve the benefit of the doubt for some years.
And a pretty successful campaign
Yeah,
this year for what it's worth.
like,
I mean,
why would you fire me?
considering where Milwaukee's been
This loyal.
in the food chain for the last 20 years, like
This loyal.
Yeah.
And they're firing good coaches. I mean, like, so it doesn't matter to me necessarily, like, I think that in terms of just a league where you know that things have not been valued in terms of somebody staying and fighting their way through it, I think that you got to give Miami some credit in that way.
That's fine. I do, but it was the house that harbored the
Of
Big
course,
Three.
but before that, it was like it had Alonzo Mourning, Tim Hardaway, fucking like you got Dan
Wade,
Marley,
Shaquille O'Neal.
Dwayne. Yeah, I mean they have.
Yeah, we got you.
Dude, I mean they have a pretty good run in terms of the players they've housed there.
I was perfectly fine with them until Dwayne Wade was just like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and bend over for LeBron.
I don't
Wrong with you, man?
know if that's what happened.
That's what happened. He gave LeBron the keys. He's like, I'll sit in the bitch. Sit bitch in this ride. You drive.
So he sat in the back middle for no reason.
Yeah.
He didn't just sit shotgun.
Nah, he even shit shot. No,
Was
you can't.
Was anybody sitting shotgun?
No, LeBron was like, "You guys get in the back."
Well, like in
It's like, this kid got more heart than you. Get in the back. In the wood.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
The
that's
Wood
basically
is-
how it was.
I love that movie so much. I can watch that anytime, any place. It's so fucking hilarious to me.
Yeah, it's definitely a good movie. But yeah, that's how I felt about it.
Okay.
It was like LeBron was like, "I am the captain now."
Well, what we'll do here is we can go ahead and put our. I think honestly, I would love to see Miami do it, but I think that Denver's going to pull it out, and they might actually do it within less than 7 games.
Yeah, I gotta agree. I don't really have
There's no reason to vote against Jokic. He's just too good.
the Joker.
He's too good for the most unathletic stick figure of a fucking basketball player I've ever seen in my life. That motherfucker is dope. Like, his vision is awesome. He's got just really good basketball IQ. If somehow in
Maybe like a full strength Miami had been working their way through the playoffs and Hero had been healthy the entire way, then I could see like,
yeah,
But I
if
still you
Hero's
still can't
trying
count
to
him
come
out.
back for game 3.
I still can't count them out
You heard?
because Well,
So-
here we are at the finals and the 2 best teams in the league are going at it right now and anything can happen. I mean,
We'll see what happens for sure. Hopefully that I'd like to see them pull it out, Miami. I'd like to see, and it's really only because of Jimmy. It's another one because Jimmy. That's funny. But because of him, I would love to see them win. I'd like to see. I always knew he was going to be a great player, and it would be beautiful to know that, to be able to see that him and Derek could have won something. But that's a difficult one. He did say that the Miami jersey will be the last jersey he ever wears.
He ain't trying to move around no more.
Yeah. I mean, I don't blame him. It seems like Miami is a place for it's like that weather, I'm assuming, would be dope if it wasn't in such a you got money, you're cool there, but like just a normal
If it
person.
wasn't covered by a bunch of jackass spring breakers who act like
you don't
idiots
want to
when
go
they
there during spring break.
Nah.
But no, like if you got money,
I do
you're
love
cool.
Cuban women,
But
so.
normal people living in Miami don't got if you don't got money, I don't think it's going to be as fun as it would be if you were able to go there
true.
with some means.
Definitely. Well, you can say that about anything. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
But keeping it in sports for a second, I just want to go over this quick little story. And I think it's Kentucky. I'm not 100% sure, right? But it's she's like I think maybe early college.
Can I read it? Kentucky girls sue. Adam writes like
I wrote
a 4-year-old
from
child.
a side view like this on the whiteboard. Anyway, listen. So
That was stupid.
basically, she is a runner, early college years, and she was basically the self-proclaimed fastest girl in the state.
It's the fastest kid alive.
But she started losing her races to a trans athlete, right? And not trans athlete like they switched sports, like they but a trans athlete like they switched genders, and now they are running in this.
When is it politically correct to say former dude?
I guess that's what do they call it? MTF, I think is the proper term, male to female.
Monday through Friday?
No. Well, now, at least Monday through Friday.
Okay.
But so basically, now an athlete who was a male and has transitioned to a female is
See,
now.
wouldn't it be much easier to say?
It really would. But now they are now participating in this women's racing or whatever it is, and this girl is not happy about it. She's like, "Yo, I was killing shit. Then this old doofy ass came over here and started killing us. Last 20 races, I ain't win none, and it's not fair."
So there's something I seen recently that it talks about this. Did you see the video of the guy that's like, do you think if Mike Tyson were to identify as a woman, that he should be able to participate in women's sports?
Well, they did that in
And then
UFC.
they did a mock video. Or no, they didn't. It's some, I think, scary movie with the white girl that used to be in all of the Goofy one,
Yeah.
and like
Anna
Mike
Faris
and Mike
or whatever her name
Tyson,
is.
yeah, Anna Faris, and then Mike Tyson turns around, she's like, "What the fuck?" and he just steals off. Like, that's like
Yeah.
that.
They did that.
That's kind of like a very good analogy for
Boy, farting over.
for what they're saying is happening.
That happened in UFC.
I don't. I listen. My stance is that I don't believe that you should be able to participate in women's sports. You are, again, like the easiest way to describe is a former dude, right? And that's fine. But you can't come be like, oh, now I want to participate in like biological women's sports.
Let me preface this by saying, Happy Pride Month to the LGBT
Oh yeah, this
community.
is definitely probably
okay?
not the month to talk about this.
Whatever.
We
Listen.
might get some followers.
Yeah, maybe.
Though that's not what this opinion is based on.
No. So Happy Pride Month, do your thing. You know, be proud, whatever. My main point here is yes. Let's say that this guy was a dude initially, and he was running with men's track and field or whatever,
And he sucked.
and he was getting his ass whooped. And they were like, "Yo, if you were a chick, you'd be killing shit, just making fun of him, whatever." And then
And
he was
took
like,
it too serious.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
but
then,
he still didn't beat the guys that he was beating before.
but now he doesn't have to. He doesn't compete with them anymore. Now he's competing with the chicks.
That dude never existed. What are you talking about? I never got beat by you guys. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
Do you think any of what's the percentage? And then we can get off this topic because we're gonna get canceled anyway.
We're already canceled.
How
technically.
often do you
YouTube
think
canceled
this
us
is
before.
only
The preemptive attack.
this is all sports based? Like, you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm gonna be good at something.
I think it's
Competition based, maybe.
it's a slippery slope.
There's a
honestly,
lady
man.
that pretended to be a man for 2 years, and then at the end of the 2 years, because how she was treated, she ended up killing herself. Just putting it out there.
Listen, I've played basketball a lot in my life, right? And I've watched girls who I thought were like really good basketball players when they play against other girls, and then they played with us, and I blocked every shot that they put up. It's not a fair situation.
Are you telling me that you think you could beat women? Like, okay, not all, because there's a lot of them probably.
Well, there's a lot who are taller than me, for God's sake.
In the WNBA, what's the percentage of women that would whoop your ass?
Today,
now, you
most
have
of
to
them.
remember you're not that good as it is.
Fuck you. Today, most of them. Okay, but if I went back to what I considered my prime playing years,
Do you remember the Fresh Prince episode where they went against Lisa Leslie? Do you remember the Martin episode? I think they went against the women basketball team too.
Mm-hmm.
They all got whooped. I don't.
yeah, but that's how they
I
portrayed
would.
it on the show.
So here's how you
I mean,
don't get beat by all of them. Here's the secret. You just don't play against them.
Yeah, but like for instance,
I'm
right,
not accepting this challenge. I'm 37 years old. Of course you're probably gonna beat me.
in high school days, even like when I was
A
doing
little
my college
less easy?
shit, we would be playing ball before school, whatever. We would always let the girls play with us because like the dude, there's more
just wanna have fun.
because there's more dudes who are interested in playing, and we're inclusive. Joey's in here, girl, play, but you're not gonna want to play after we finish you with this one game. So, but that was the idea, right? Like, I watched you play with other girls, killing it, but you just can't play with us.
It's different over here, shawty.
Men
It's different over
biologically
here.
are faster, taller, stronger. Like, it's just how it is.
Which is better.
No, I'm not trying to offend anybody here. I'm just trying to be honest about it, right? Like, from a biological standpoint, stature-wise, men are just bigger. It's just been the
Bigger,
role.
faster, stronger, smarter.
We've been the Derrick Rose of this shit. What did
These
Stacey
are
King used to say?
Listen, most of that is jokes.
Yes.
Most of that is jokes.
But no, it's I would
Have
say
some
that
discernment.
I would say that it's definitely not fair to allow people who have been of one gender for their like women can't go and become a man and compete.
Yo, your S's are stupid. It's like a 5. It's a better 5 than it is an S.
You're a 5.
Those are stupid S's. Stupid.
You're stupid.
Well,
Shut
we got
up.
a few more minutes, and I think we got to cover my favorite topic of this whole thing.
Oh, Al Pacino?
Yeah. So, like, quickly, do you want to introduce it or do you want me?
I don't really care. Go ahead.
So, listen, as we announced a few episodes back, our man, Bobby De Niro, decided to go ahead and plant his seed at least one more time, right?
Bobby D had a baby at 79. You know?
So he had a seed, son, right?
Bobby D showed her the
But
D.
much like Jay-Z does in most of Nas's career's releases,
Oh, when you coming out?
Al Pacino stepped on that just a little bit. He said, I'm going to find me a younger, better version, and, bitch, I'm older. So, basically, they both have now brought a child into the world that's just not going to have a father.
So bottom line, man, our movie stars from back in the day are aging. Woo.
Yeah, but apparently they still get the fuck.
Yo, that little blue pill is fucking strong, I tell you.
I don't know how much. Like, I'm gonna have to get really desperate before I start popping pills to get stay hard.
We should pop 3 Tylenol PM and see if we can jack off before I fall asleep. It's a fun game because you always win.
And on that note, whoa.
40-year-old virgin, man. What do you want me to do? But yeah, no, it's interesting. 82 years old.
Yeah,
And-
no, congratulations. Do your best to stay around because that's kind of fucked up to have a kid at 80 years old.
Good-looking woman that he got there, but round of applause to both of those old men who
Yeah,
are just competing with each other in a brotherly love type of situation.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck y'all are doing.
I don't know, but yeah.
Well, you think they were in the same room? We should tag team these bitches, Bobby.
I don't think so.
Hoo-ah!
I don't think so, only because one of them already had their baby.
That would be pretty fucking crazy if they, like, back in the day, they were just, you could
thing
just
is
catch
disgusting.
Bobby and Al.
And Al. Just calling him Al is nasty.
Al is terrible. Al Pacino's cool. Al is like, that's a stupid name.
There's some people in the world that you just got to call, like,
Their
you
full
can't call
name.
them just their first name.
It's the whole name.
Yeah.
Whole name.
Which is why, like, people like Cher just cut it down to just one name.
Sure.
Like Cher Bono.
Sherbono? Sherbono? Anyway.
All right, well, let's wrap it up then.
I mean, it's
Wrap it up.
We are at that point.
Go us.
That was a good podcast.
Yeah, man.
That was fun.
Thank you all for tuning in to episode number 181 of Kasson Avenue, not a podcast, a talk show. We do appreciate you being here if you are indeed here. And, if you made it this far, just like leave a comment and let everybody know, man, it's worth it,
Yeah, please.
all the way through to the end. See it through.
We appreciate all the comments that you guys can leave.
Yeah, leave all of them shits and hit the subscribe button and the like button and the share button and all the buttons.
Yeah, we got to start putting a disclaimer out because though we didn't mean to offend anybody in this podcast, it happened.
Why do we need to put a disclaimer out?
I don't know.
We've been through this. We don't have that many followers.
See you guys.
Later.